Hello, I am CleverSand, and this is a Murder Jones video. Episode 5 just came out, and this video already assumes that you've watched it and the rest of the show. This video is a list of things that I noticed and thought would be fun to point out, or small questions that I want answers to. There won't be any big theory questions, that'll be for another video. Most of these are minor things that don't matter much, but stick around to the end to find a really important thing that will definitely be important later. Anyway, let's go.
Upgrading models, cutting maintenance costs.
These percentages don't add up to 100%, counting to 101 instead.
Occasionally reboot from software death alone. More than undead federal fine hazards, it's corrupted AI.
These percentages do. If you couldn't make out the text, they are no change observed at 70.3%, potentially hazardous mutations at 0.7%, and terminal lockout at 29%. This one's hard to see, so I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's lockout, and that makes sense in context. This text is hard to decipher fully, but this is my best interpretation of it. It seems to be Sin asking to install Absolute Solver onto a dead worker drone. One question I've had since episode 2 is how do dead worker drones sustain the power to keep these lights on? They have to be getting power from somewhere, right? The drone appears to be in some sort of corpse pile outside of the manor. I don't know.
She drew herself.
I can't make out what's on this paper under Jay's drawing. It sort of looks like a skull, but it's too angled to tell anything else. The books that Uzi drops have really small text, but they're probably just jokes, so I don't care enough to try and read them. This excerpt from Cabin Fever is very fun, though.
On you go.
Tessa rubs her arm because of the chains her parents imprisoned her with.
Ow! Whoa, we were buddies! Dark Actual 17?
N doesn't actually fully say what Uzi told him to. He left out saying ID. There are a lot of skulls and occult symbols in Tessa's room.
Robo-child, Jay.
It's a revolver, I don't know. Shut up, gun nerds. V's shadow doesn't disappear at the same time she does.
Unfortunately. Now let's see what that little yellow creep was up. Oh!
These walls have a bunch of math on them. There also seem to be words, but it's all written in weird symbols instead of letters, so I don't know what it says.
Hey, buddy, you invite Doll to this?
So let's talk about Doll's eye patch. As far as I can tell, it's new to episode 5. It would make sense for it to be from when V shot her in episode 3, but we saw she didn't need it in episode 3, we didn't see it in episode 4, and Absolute Solver should be able to regenerate something like that. Right now, to me, it seems like a continuity error, but I'm down for an aesthetic change, I guess. It's also technically possible for Doll to just decide to wear it for no reason, but I'm pretty sure the show wouldn't do something like that without calling it out. I love this cricket thing. All of its lines are great in this episode, and I really hope it doesn't die in the next one. Also, what kind of character is that? A colon with 2 commas? I've never seen that before.
Warning, it tells me you shouldn't have it! This is the only clue to what's wrong with me! Just leave us alone.
Uzi slams her door on Doll despite that door being blown off. Also, how did that door not completely destroy Uzi's computer? How do those glasses still work?
Sorry, my freaking dad's streaming.
Why does Uzi say her dad is streaming something? Is she covering up for being attacked by a doll for some reason? Is Khan actually streaming something right after getting off of this wall? Also, why does Uzi need internet if N and V are in her room? It looks like V's glasses are repaired somehow in this scene. They're still misshapen, but it looks like the glass is back?
You little narc! Get out of my head!
How did N and V suddenly regain their future memories? It's shown that Memory N doesn't know his future, but here they are both suddenly remembering things that they shouldn't know. Okay, now is that important fact I was talking about. I'm sure this is going to be very important later. When N and V are waking up, we can see that Uzi overrides Sin as an admin. She then gives herself admin privileges in N and V. This is almost definitely going to come up in some form later. If there's a part where Sin is trying to control them like she does to the other drones at the gala, N and V will be immune to it. Uzi might have also done this to herself, but we don't know for sure. Okay, thanks. Hope you enjoyed it. Bye!